Hi, my name is BJ. I'm 63 years old, so don't think it can't happen to someone that age. It can. But I want to say, while this has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to do is to actually admit I needed the help, I have found so many good things about Abigail's Arms that I don't think I would have been able to do it on my own, because I couldn't think, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. And the staff here have been really, really wonderful. We have a case manager that absolutely helps you all along the way with your goals and reaching those goals and doing what you need to do. I've actually found a wonderful counselor here through them. So I can't say enough good. They have all been so kind and so understanding and so compassionate that I just cannot state enough that this has been such a godsend for me and for some of the other women here in the shelter. And I can't speak for anybody but myself, but I wish this place had been available a long time ago. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you realize what a good thing you've done.
My name is Joe. I'm 29 years old with 3 kids, 5, 4, and 1.5. During my 6-year marriage, I was physically, verbally, and emotionally abused. She constantly threatened to take the kids away because my job required long working hours. It wasn't until CPS got involved that I found out she was doing meth. I had to go to court to keep my kids. My lawyer told me that even though I was a man, couldn't stay at the shelter to go to Abigail Arms, and they could still help me. I can't believe all that they did for me. First, they helped me get a protective order against my wife. I took their class about being a good parent and the one about managing money. Now I'm working on my GED. I lost my job because I missed so much work during this time, but now I have another job, and Abigail Arms hooked me up with good childcare. If it wasn't for Abigail Arms, I might have lost my kids. When I get through all of this, someday I want to help someone the way Abigail Arms helped me.
My name is Maria, and I'm 38 years old. I have 4 children, 11, 10, 5, and 3. My ex-husband would pay bills and buy groceries every 3 weeks, and then leave me and the 4 kids to go with his mistress. I was not allowed to contact family or friends. I didn't have a car, a phone, or any money. After 3 weeks, he'd come back, beat me, and sexually abuse me. Because my little girl was crying all the time at school, the counselors told me that my family could get help at Abigail Arms. They took me and my kids in, and they loved us. After a while, I saw smiles on my kids' faces. They felt safe. Abigail Arms helped me get a job and an apartment. We are now living on our own. It is still hard for me, but I know Abigail Arms will still guide me when I need help.
My name is Rachel, and I'm 47. My kids are grown, and I came to the shelter because of my abusive husband. I was traumatized by years of being beaten and verbally worn down. A friend let me stay with her until the shelter opened. The first time I met my intake caseworker, I remember sitting in her car, scared that he would find me. As soon as the shelter opened, I moved in, and for the first time in years, I felt safe. The counseling I received at the shelter helped me process being sexually assaulted as a child and in my marriage. It also gave me the support I needed to rebuild some family relationships. Thanks to the support and encouragement provided by Abigail's Arms, I am now living confidently on my own and working.
My name is Mike Morris. I retired from the Gainesville Police Department as an investigator. Several years ago, before the Abigail's Arms shelter was open, I was asked to go to the hospital regarding an assault victim. When I got there, the victim, who I'd known for quite some time, was wheeled into the hallway next to me. She sat there for a few minutes before saying my name. She'd been beaten so severely that I didn't recognize her. She reported to me that her husband had beaten her repeatedly over the course of a couple of days and had taken a knife and cut her throat while driving down the road. Both of her eyes were swollen shut. I dealt with this area family more than once and had watched the injuries progress. Each time she was encouraged to leave, and each time she gave the same excuse, "I don't have anywhere to go." When the investigation was complete, she came to my office to sign an affidavit indicating she did not want to file charges. I explained to her that with the lifestyle they were leading, sooner or later she'd be hurt even worse or die. She again said, "I don't have anywhere to go." We continued to answer calls at their residence. The last one was when she died.
We know that cases like the one you just heard are completely preventable. And we also know that without your support, Abigail's Arms could not be in this debt-free building, thanks to your wonderful contributions. In June of 2015, we've been serving families for a year. During that time, we served 84 families. We're so grateful for the program that we have available to the families that are here. For both of our residential and non-residential clients, we provide a program called Recession Proof. That program is basically for budgeting and financial planning. We also have a program called the Daniel Diet. That program is focused on the health and wellness of all of our clients. And lastly, we have a program called Boot Scootin'. It's that fun educational programming that's used to expose families to things that they would not otherwise be exposed to. Once again, we're so grateful for your support. We know that we could not be here without you. Always know that you're saving lives by doing what you're doing. Thank you.